So whenever I say "oh shit," I want to say
"oh shit."
That's right after it.
No, I'm gonna do
referencing 12-year-old memes doesn't get old. Hello and welcome to episode 27 of Unqualified Game Chat. I am your host, Azario Lopez, and with me today, my co-host, Spencer, the Legacy.
Tokusatsu smoke explosions behind me as I appear. It's me, Spencer Legacy.
How are you doing today, Spencer?
I'm doing great, Azario. How are you doing today?
God damn, it's hot where I'm from.
I bet. Over here, it's nice and temperate. It's fine.
You know, I got this. I get bored typically of like the stuff around me, so I got this boom arm.
Ooh!
I got a boom arm. A boom
Very
arm.
Nice. Boom arm.
And I don't really like it. If I was gonna review it, 5 out of 10.
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough.
That's like a 2.5 out of 5.
That's like a 1 out of 2.
Like a D minus. Like a D or something.
That's a rough grade.
I've always have you ever felt bad about giving a game a low score?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do feel bad. Sometimes a game is so cute and so bad that I gave it a low score, and a low score being like a 5.5 or a 6. I just know that there's a dev team of like 5 people who just fucking poured at least 2 unpaid years into this. You know, like we do unpaid journalism stuff most of the time. And I just imagine that while these development teams are working their day jobs at night, they go and create these small indie games.
Yeah.
And here I am, little fucking asshole, ripping them apart.
Broken game.
I try not to do that. I try to come at it. I guess I'll just quickly throw this in because this will post after the review embargo, but I reviewed an Apple Arcade game that's coming to Switch called Doomsday Vault. Mm-hmm. And it's about the world's ecosystem collapse, and you're this robot who has to retrieve seeds. Kind of cool. It's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Isometric puzzle game. Good idea. But that's it for the world ending. They don't teach you anything about how to allow it. Like the world is flooded. Like it's in a bad state, but they don't even touch on that. Like, where's everybody? Where'd they go? Why am I doing this?
There's no lore.
Yeah. And I'm just like, you could have at least used it as an educational experience. Like if it's for kids, like make it be for kids, you know?
Yeah. I feel real rough when I play an indie game and I'm like, this just doesn't work. And like you're writing it and you're like, oh, they're going to read these lines and they're going to be like, oh no, but you got to tell them honestly. That's the way it goes. It's
really sad when they send me a direct message and I don't know what to say. I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like they're like, I understand why you reviewed it. The score matched what you wrote. Sorry you had that experience. I'm just like, fuck.
It's like, oh God.
Dude, I'm
so sorry.
Reminds me of that fucking time that I went into the used game store, okay? And they're trying to sell fucking Orta, that Dragon whatever Orta on Xbox.
Dragon Orta.
Yeah, you know the dragon game. It's the shooting game. Whatever. You know what it is. I'm just not saying the right name.
Yeah.
And they're selling it for $60. Well, I could get it for $40. I didn't go in there fucking looking for Orta, you know? I didn't this is damn gonna buy Orta. Motherfucker. I was like, I'll pay you $50 for it. And they're like, everybody, they have 3 employees, they have customers. He's like, how am I supposed to feed my employees? I'm like, whoa, dude.
$10, dude.
What?
I
like,
want a journalist salary and I can pay $10.
You're gonna put that responsibility on me?
Yeah.
How am I going to keep the lights on, brother? I don't know. I don't even want the game. I don't even want
the lights are stringent on $10 on Orta. I don't know how you keep them on, brother.
It just reminds me of that. It gives me that feeling of like having all more responsibility than I want at a certain specific time, and it's when indie developers reach out for the bad scores.
It's that moment of like it puts you in this slight fight or flight mode where you're like, oh god, you like cover your vital organs so that you in a public confrontation.
It's kind of like a comfortable temperature, but you start sweating in a hot flash really quick.
Yeah. You almost fall asleep and then you feel sweaty and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, done. But this podcast is recorded every week, posted to podcast services on Thursdays, iTunes, YouTube's, Spotify's, the radios, everything. With that said, are you playing anything this week?
I am. I've been playing a little something I talked about on our last Yay or Nay, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh, objection!
Objection! Hold it. All that good stuff. Sometimes they yell yes, which is interesting. And it's great. It is so interesting. And like, I've just been completely absorbed in it. I finished the first game. I'm on the second game, trying to get a review out. So I'm trying to go fast. But it's the characters and the situations. Like, it's always weird when you play a prequel or something in the same universe and you're like, oh, but what about the characters I like? Oh, I don't know. How can I get attached to new characters? But then with the Great Ace Attorney, you play it and you're like, how could I have not known these characters?
Yeah, you went the whole series. You went the whole series without knowing them, and it's like now the other titles feel like they have something missing from them.
Yeah, now they're all missing something because it's like, oh, these characters are delightful, and like, it's the cool thing about the Great Ace Attorney is like it's vaguely historical. Mm-hmm. Like there's characters from literature and from real life. Mm-hmm. Like there's like a Japanese author who's like a main witness, and like Shakespeare and like characters like Sherlock Holmes or Herlock Sholmes, as they had to legally call him. And like, it's so interesting how like this game came out, and it's so like, I don't know, the localization's so good. All the names are puns, but it doesn't feel distracting. Like the lines are funny. Like whoever does Ace Attorney localization gets huge props from me, because it's like everyone's seen that joke comic about how it's not really in Japan. Like it's in Japan in Japan, but over here it's this weird Japan, California. And somehow, even though it's so different, it works. And this one, which is more accurate, still works. I've just been having such a good time with it as a huge fan of the series. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if this inspires further Great Ace Attorney games, or if this brings like, I think there was a leak that said that Ace Attorney 7 is being made, but it's such a strong collection. I know they're not visual novels, but
adventure games.
As adventure games go, they're in like the upper echelon. They're fantastic. I've been having
the localization team member, one of the leads who worked on this title, is named Janet Sue. She's worked on the other titles as well, but I think she's leading. She's also the voice of Franziska von Karma.
She's von Karma?
Yeah, yes.
That's cool. Janet, you rule.
Yes.
Great work.
Many hats.
Let me say that. Like, fantastic. It's really, it's so unique, and it's so its own thing, and I love it so much. So kudos. Because it's also great at making you feel smart when you figure things out and you're like waiting to prove it. You're like, wait a minute, I know how this happened. Oh God, I'm so smart. I'm so brilliant. Even though it's like, it's a T-rated puzzle game.
I feel kind of left out of this Ace Attorney love.
You never played Ace Attorney?
Yeah, well, viewers and listeners might know. I might have said this before, but a long time ago, I got called out by some nerds because I referred to to him as Ace.
I remember that.
So that should be a good dignifier that I have never played the series, and I never really planned to.
What? It's so good. It's one of my favorite series of all time.
Bailey, the one who reviewed it for the website for Noisy Pixel, he said, "Hey, can I spoil something for you on the game?" And I said, "I'll tell you something. I will never play this game."
Oh,
and
no.
And it wasn't a protest that I will never play it, like, oh, this game sucks. I don't think that. It's just, ain't nobody got time for that.
You're missing out, man. You're missing out on a brilliant series.
Sometimes I forget to eat food. I'd rather remember the things I'm supposed to do.
Why eat food when you can play cool court cases?
You know what? I'll read the wiki page and then pretend like I played it, like all the other game journalists do.
Referred to colloquially as Nick by supporting characters like Maya Fey. Right.
It's an interesting game. Maybe I'll get around when I'm like 45 and divorced and just bored.
Yeah, when you're divorced and or retired, you should play Ace Attorney because
now the kids have moved out. Nobody's talking to me anymore because I cussed them out too many times.
Yeah, I'm on the other end of the world, being a cool, huge journalist. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, I don't have time. But you should really play Ace Attorney, and then you go, oh yeah, I remember that.
Atome fans come back for a round 2 and totally vote me out of Noisy Pixel, and
you get ejected.
Everything just comes tumbling down.
All of a sudden, you get a little letter from Spencer. Hey man, hear you've been having a rough time. Seems like you got some time on your hands, though. It's a little DS cart, Ace Attorney. Now's the time.
Yeah, it'd probably be rare. So, but at that time, I would already have sold all of my games to
pay for the divorce. It'll be the first new game you get. It's like getting a seed in an apocalypse.
Wow. So the child support.
Yeah, they can't claim this from you.
Because everybody knows I wouldn't make a good father.
What do you mean you don't like Neptunius, little Charles?
the fuck? Final Fantasy 7 isn't your favorite game? And then I see them playing Fortnite and I just fucking bust their TV.
Slap.
The fuck out of here.
Oh, God. Sorry, your poor kids.
Future kids, I'm sorry. But you're gonna be playing real games.
Ooh.
By real games, I mean Cross Edge on PS3.
Yeah. By real games, I mean Penny Punching Princess.
Yeah, just these really obscure games that no one had time for before. They probably don't have time for now.
You have to have an hour of Vita time before you get a half an hour of Fortnite time.
You know, we're joking, but I do feel like in my head that is the type of parent. Like if I ever saw them watching like a Minecraft YouTuber, I would throw up first, and then I would just be so disappointed in them.
Dad, can you get me a Markiplier shirt?
Oh, why? I would Google Markiplier to see if there's any like recent drama controversy. See if he's
you're gonna ruin your child's idol. Actually, did you not hear about this that I found on Snopes?
Yeah, I did that the other day where my nephew was watching some YouTubers that were just breaking stuff. They were playing a game.
Actually did this?
Yeah, well, they were playing a game and they had like these this dartboard up with like iPads and cameras, and they were throwing a dart at it, and whatever it hit, they would break in the house. Like
there's a lot of psychotic channels like that.
Yeah, expensive headphones, iPads, and there's just two white dudes. And I was like, what are you watching? These guys are jerks. Like, why? I was like, one, they're adding trash to the ecosystem. So I pulled up a YouTube about where the trash goes, and I had them watch that.
I love your spite.
Two, I was like, they could have donated those. Like, instead of breaking them, why not throw a dartboard and whatever it lands on, you donate to a homeless kid? Little fucks. That's what
watch a real channel like Noisy Pixel or Oni Plays or Game Maker's Toolkit.
We're so bad at acting that this is us. Yeah. Like, we don't know how to act.
It's true.
Like, if you saw me in real life, this is what you get.
This is what you're getting. This is not turning on or anything. This is just it.
A lot of F words and some snarky, sassy.
Snarky shaming for your taste. Don't make us your idols.
No, please don't. Please don't. Sorry about the rant off of Ace Attorney. Sorry about that.
But yeah, no. Well,
maybe I'll play it. You should play it.
That day when you're 45 and divorced, I'll send you that cartridge.
Thanks, dude. You'll probably have to send me a DS too.
That's true. I'll send you a DS Lite and a cartridge. But yeah, what have you been playing, Azario?
Dude, I have not been playing very much, if anything at all. You know what? This will come out when the review is posted. I've been playing a game called Jupiter Hell, and I didn't know anything about this game when I picked it up. It was more of a game that I picked up because all of our staff was like, sorry, we can't do it because they're all working on crap. And I'm like, well, Noisy Pixel ain't gonna miss no embargo. One,
yeah.
Two, I'll just fucking do it. And then I find out that it's the spiritual successor to a game called Doom RL, which is now DRL, which is this open source, like shitty, like roguelike inspired by Doom. And I say shitty because it looks like an ASCII game, but but it is super fun. Like just the systems are like really cool. And I played it literally probably like 8 years ago, because that was all my laptop at the time could run games like that. And somehow it just popped in. I played it for like a month and then never talked about it or thought about it again. And somehow this game is based off of it. And I was like, this is the fucking same game, except it looks a lot prettier.
Yeah.
It's still a roguelike. They took out the word Doom out of it because Bethesda ended up suing them in like 2016.
Oh, I saw that news story. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I ended up liking it a lot. It's one of those roguelikes where when you die, you just have to start a new game. There's like very minimal story, but it doesn't matter because you kind of start off as a powerhouse and getting back up to the powerhouse position doesn't take long. So the progress that you lose never really feels lost. It just feels like, oh, I know how to take on this situation again. Next time I'm confronted with these choices, I kind of know how to navigate it, but it is it is a strategical turn-based RPG. So when you take a turn in a dungeon, an enemy takes a turn, kind of like that. So you can kind of just wait, plan out your approach. If you want to throw a grenade or something, you're not like stressed. There's also cover. You can take cover behind objects and stuff. Interact with the environment by shooting tanks, and it's just a really fun game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did not reading about it.
I did not expect it to be fun. I was kind of burnt out of the whole thing, and then when I started playing it, I was like, wait, let me read about this game a little more. Oh shit. Okay.
And you found out that it came from your 1 month obsession.
Yeah. That's about how long I played Minecraft for when it was in beta, and then I never played it again.
It came out on Vita, and I played it extensively for like a month, and then I was like, all right, I've had my time.
Yeah, that's fuck Minecraft.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything against the game itself. It's a very interesting game. I don't know.
You know what? To this day, though, I still make fun of fucking little kids who play in creative because that's like a big insult, I guess. So I learned that it was
really.
Yeah. So anytime I see like little kids playing Minecraft, I'm like, what are you playing creative? They're like fucking 8. And I just feel so proud of myself.
So mean to children. Where do you find these children to be snarky to?
Get out. Play survival, B.
Where do you find these kids? And then why is your first response to make fun of them?
I don't know.
This is why there's gonna be a divorce.
Probably just to make myself feel better. Probably I'm just a very sad person, and
I need to put the kids in their place. I need to.
And if I don't, then I have to deal with the realization that maybe it's me who's always playing in creative. Maybe I was the creative player all along.
I can't believe it, Azario. You were the creative player since the start.
All along. And I can't face that realization. So
not till I'm 45 and burnt out.
But that's that. And with that, we do have a topic today. My brother, my friend, my lover, Spencer Legacy.
Oh my.
I snuck that last one in there.
You sure did.
We have the beautiful section that we love to call Yay or Nay. I know it's already August, but we forgot.
We forgot. We were busy. Don't make fun of us.
June, was July or June? Which one was it?
Forgot. We forgot in the last episode, July.
Yeah, July just came and went.
It's so quick. What can we do? What can we do but do it now?
Do it now and do it right.
Yeah.
So let me talk to you about some games.
Yeah.
We have a 2D Souls-like indie game with platformer sections called Grime. Yay?
I've heard of Grime.
We have a review of it on the site.
I'll say meh, because I've played a lot of games like that recently. So like, not even recently, but it feels recent because it's such a prevalent combination of genres. Mm-hmm. So I maybe another time.
Even after reviewing it, or even after not reviewing it, editing it, I'm gonna say meh as well. Typically, when I edit a review, I'm like, oh, I want to play this, but this one,
meh.
Yeah. We have a Saturday morning-esque cartoon dodgeball game titled Dodgeball Academia. It's an RPG as well.
That's a weird combo, and I'm into it. I'm into dodgeball RPG. I'll give that a yay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say yay too, because it just looks really cute.
There's a lot of charm to be had.
Yes. We have an anime-inspired card-based deck builder called Shadowverse Champions Battle, coming out August 10th.
I'll say yay because I did a preview on it and I had a lot of fun.
I'll say yay because it looks really cool. And Shadowverse, the good thing about Shadowverse is it's had so many years of balance being on PC, that if they put it to Switch, it'd be different if they're like, hey, we're building a card game. Here it is on Switch,
Yeah.
And then deal with the balancing post. But balancing already done. They already have a solid card game, and they just threw it in this game. So
it's just a cool card RPG. I miss Yu-Gi-Oh games and stuff being full RPGs. So I'm down with this. It's a yay for me, dog.
Yay for me. We have. It's not loading for me, but we have a weird third-person shooter adventure with like cyberpunk themes called Foreclosed. And I ask you, yay or nay?
I'll give it a meh, just because, third person, it's always, I don't mind, but I've never been, I don't know if it's controversial, but the cyberpunk atmosphere has never appealed to me.
Yeah.
Like outside of like Blade Runner, that's like the most I can get. I don't know.
Okay, if you had to choose
between
Blade Runner and Escape from New York, what would it be?
I do like Blade Runner a little bit more. But that's really tough.
If you had to choose between Blade Runner and the animated film Ghost in the Shell, what would you choose?
That's tough. That's actually tough. They're pretty equal to me, but Blade Runner might edge it out just because I don't know. There's something unique about just grumpy Harrison Ford being a
I can literally watch Blade Runner once a month. That's how good.
Yeah.
Like, and even if I walk in and walk out at certain parts, it's just one of those films.
It's like a fantastic film.
Yeah, every piece of it, kind of like Star Wars: A New Hope. I feel like I can watch.
Oh,
I feel like
you can watch it so many times. You can memorize it and still be like, oh, this is fun.
Like entertaining wise, Return of the Jedi is really good.
Yeah,
but for a movie that I could just watch countless times, A New Hope.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
Sorry. Moving on. A kind of procedurally generated adventure game where you're hitchhiking on the road as a child, but you choose the character and you choose like their appearance and their stuff, so every time is different. The game is called Road 96.
Why is every time different? Do you get like abducted? Is that how the game ends, or do you get to your location?
So the idea is what exists beyond this area, I guess, and somehow you get there every time, but how you get there is different, and the people you encounter along the way is different. I have not played the game.
That sounds interesting. I can give that a light yay.
I'll say a light yay. I'll say a light. Very light.
We've added light to
just now.
To this,
just now. Okay. We have I believe this is a 2D like Metroidvania-esque adventure game with high action called Greek Memories of Azure. It is completely hand-drawn, and it's magic based.
What can I say? A good Metroidvania, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a yay, because when a good Metroidvania hits, it hits. It's like,
I think it has puzzle elements similar to like Celeste sprinkled into its rooms.
Nice.
Yeah, Team 17 is publishing it.
Oh, the Worms guys.
Yeah, if you like Team 17 games, it's there.
Nice. Yeah, I'd say yay.
I'd say yay too. It looks really pretty.
Nice.
Looks a lot pretty. Okay, a first-person horror game called Uni. It is you're a 10-year-old kid and you're in a school and spirits are haunting you. All you could do is run and hide. You have no powers. You're 10 years old. Come on. What are you going to use? Stick?
I'm always, you could throw a little silly putty at them.
A little silly putty.
Spitball. Say, get out of here. Throw your homework.
Snot rocket. Do we still say snot rockets?
Run up to the ghost.
I doubt anybody does that anymore.
I doubt it. It's pretty fucking disgusting. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm mixed on horror games where you hide a lot, just because like
you've played it before.
Easy. Yeah, you've played it. Like it leans into other, like it feels very similar to other games. So, but being a 10-year-old's weird. That's interesting. Being like a legitimately like helpless character. So I'll give it a meh.
I'm gonna say yay. I'm a little biased when Chinese developers are in the loop. I just like Chinese developed games.
And
it looks cool. It looks scary. That's all I gotta say about that one.
Azario looks at his PayPal.
We have a hacker action platformer called Recompile. Yay or nay? It's a very flashy game with like electricity and shooting, and you're kind of like in this Tron looking world.
I love Tron, so that's a big up, and it sounds pretty interesting. I'm gonna give it a yay.
I'm gonna say yay as well. I don't know how much I would play it, but I'm gonna give it a light yay.
Yeah,
maybe a light because it looks cool.
Yeah,
but is it cool? But is it cool?
We'll find out.
We have probably. I'm gonna preface this with probably my choice of the month, the Willem Dafoe starred 12 minutes.
Willem Dafoe.
Yes, he's a voice alongside Daisy Ridley and James McAvoy.
Oh yeah, Professor X.
Professor X from the news. The news
guy.
Yeah, the split guy.
Yeah.
Yes. They're all in 12 minutes.
Nice.
Not to be confused with all you emo punk kids out there from the Get Up Kids hit from 1998, 12 minutes, maybe 99.
Does Willem Dafoe say, James McAvoy, are you in or are you out?
No, he goes in and says, it was a firefight.
He says, we're not so different, you and I.
Did you watch The Lighthouse? Did you happen to watch The Lighthouse?
Yeah, I love The Lighthouse.
Dude.
Lighthouse is a great movie.
Holy shit, that movie is...
You like me lobster, don't you?
Oh, God, just both of... Oh, that is
a fantastic movie.
Let's stop this show and watch The Lighthouse together on Xbox 360, Netflix. And then we'll come back.
Hey, guys, we're back from watching The Lighthouse. Still really good.
Still really good. Yeah, The Lighthouse. So Willem Dafoe, just a fucking beautiful.
Yeah, anything is a yay when it has Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, even that Antichrist movie. Did you ever watch Antichrist?
I saw the behind the scenes where he has a huge penis.
He does have a huge penis.
Like I saw like someone's like, look at this GIF, and it's just
yeah. It's William Dafoe. I think they did get a stand-in for his ass though.
Yeah, they got a stand. Yeah, I saw that. That's wild.
It's one of those
such a Chad.
Yeah, that the Antichrist is one of those movies where it's like a fucked up movie night.
Yeah.
It's
I want to feel bad tonight.
It's almost it like touches on sexism and some. I mean, we can get into film all we want, but it's a good Willem Dafoe. So all in all.
Willem Dafoe raises anything by like 3 points. So.
Yeah. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man, maybe 20 points.
Maybe 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Thanksgiving scene. Ooh.
So are we saying yay?
I'll give it a yay. Hell yeah.
I'm giving it an astounding yay.
You mean a yay, Spider-Man?
Yay, Spider-Man. We have a PS5 upgrade from a little known game called Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut.
Ooh. That's a yay. I love Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Sushi.
Gusto Stuchliga. No, I had a great time with Ghost of Tsushima. It was
fucking gorgeous game.
It's gorgeous. It's the samurai game I always wanted. So
sometimes I want to
go to there.
I just never used fast travel in that game. I never wanted to. I just wanted to like hang out in the leaves and roll around with the fox, frolic with the butterflies,
slice evil people and look at the grass and the sky.
Yeah, the blood covered grass,
the hot springs.
It's it reminded me a lot like there's the scene in the film The Gladiator where he's like touching the grain with his hands right before he touches death. He like kisses death and it's like him like touching grain. I get that feeling a lot with games like Ghost of Tsushima where you're in this field and just everything's so peaceful and beautiful. And I attribute it to that scene in The Gladiator.
I agree.
Just a very peaceful feeling. I imagine that's the same.
I'd like to make a little haiku in honor of this.
Oh, please.
This is our podcast, Unqualified Game Chat Rules. Subscribe for us, please.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Subscribe.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's my answer is yay.
Yes, yay. Beautiful game.
Beautiful game.
We have a hand-drawn puzzle platformer, but very casual puzzle platformer. The art style similar to Studio Ghibli. The game is named Hoa.
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 Hoa. Nice. Studio Ghibli or Ghibli, I don't know.
The animations are all hand drawn, so imagine you're playing.
That's great.
2D.
Wow. I'm open to that. That's a light yay. I'm open to it.
Yeah, if you've seen the trailers, you would know. Beautiful game. Beautiful game.
Beautiful.
We have a long-awaited visual novel about mechs and girls and some fucked up shit and politics and mechs. And
mechs.
We've been waiting for it. It's called a Full Metal Demon Muramasa. You may know some of the characters from that one Nitro Plus Blasters, but the visual novel is now coming west by Jest USA later this month. I'm going to say yeah. This
is one I've never heard of, but you made it sound pretty interesting, so I'll give it a light yay because mechs.
There's adult scenes in it as well.
Oh my, how scandalous.
I imagine that when I try and explain how to review a hentai game, my thought goes to, should I make a joke out of this and just say, did you jack off to it, yes or no?
That might. Do you guys have HR?
No. Okay. I'm the HR. Everything goes.
Oh, God.
I just because the lasting factor of an H game is essentially does it turn you on? You know, I can't, but I mean, our reviews never say that. You know, it's never like
it would be a little crass.
It's so crass, but it goes along the lines of my reviews of isitgood.com. Mm-hmm. Yes or no?
I do.
Did you jack off to it? Yes or no? And
there's the adult version.
That's the 18 plus version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's but I mean, we don't come at it that point, but I imagine that people, like, when they hear you review H games, like, that's all your review would say, you know, like, I review hentai games. How does that work? Like,
I review them by their artistic merit.
Sometimes I'll skip through the H scenes just to get back to the story, because it's just a lot of
get out of here, gross stuff. I want to see why they're doing this.
Got my girlfriend in the room, and I'm like, fucking like,
I'm reading Playboy for the articles, babe.
Yes. That's the. It's a yes. It's a yay for me. Looking forward to it. Okay, we have the sequel to a fun adventure game from Double Fine called Psychonauts 2.
My game of the month.
Here it goes. You ready to hate on me?
Okay.
I've never played Psychonauts.
I'd say it's worth going back to. It's
okay,
like,
Spencer.
It's got some rough
Don't
edges.
tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, Spencer.
This podcast is fucking over. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this abuse.
I'm tired. You've done it at least 5 times this entire episode. It started off with you telling me to go play Ace Attorney. I've had it.
Well, you should. And maybe you should have better taste. I'm done.
And don't you tell me what a fucking visual novel is and what a fucking adventure game is.
I went to Visual Novel DB and Ace Attorney was there.
Was it really?
I think it is.
I think they took off the Subnian files off of Visual Novel DB because it was getting too high of a score. And like, there's a bunch of like drama around that. I'm not sure if it's still like that. I'm not sure if it's visual, if it's the Subnian files.
Community drama.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Stuff that doesn't affect me at all. And I watch it unfold and I'm like, wow.
Just fucking nerds being nerds. Just
funny.
Like you could be like studying fucking neuroscience or some shit, but you're over here arguing about Tomei in a featured image.
It's like, okay, that rules.
Yes.
But yeah, I gotta say, Psychonauts is like a really charming, creative game.
It's on Xbox. It's on Xbox as well now. Yeah, I can play it on Xbox Series X. Yeah, I should play it.
It's worth going back. It's really unique, and I'm looking forward to it too. Ever since it was announced and I saw it at E3 2019, I was blown away by what I saw. So
yeah, it's always been on my list. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just a hipster. When a lot of people like something, I tend to back off.
The whole reason the sequel took so long was because not a lot of people liked it.
Yeah,
not a lot of people played it.
Yeah, that's you're right. You're right. They did costume quests, I believe.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Cosmic
that.
Quest 1 and 2.
Well, I didn't like 2. I liked 1. 2 is a little much. 2, yeah. I liked 1. So maybe I should play second. Okay. Moving on. The last game in our list. It's a third entry in a long-running series about a man named Travis who goes on an adventure and mows a lot of lawns.
Picks up trash
For his community.
He's a good man.
The game's called No More Heroes 3. And I'm going to cut you off and say yay right away.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a big fat yay. I love No More Heroes.
Big fat yay.
Travis Touchdown's one of the funniest characters ever.
It's such a weird series, too, that shouldn't be popular at all.
It's true, but is, and I respect
I go back to the first and second one. I'm like, these games have no right to be loved. And then I try and explain why I love them. And
they're just so like weeaboo-y in such a good way.
It's those nuances, that understanding of the medium of what we as gamers like. And I think that has a lot to do with Suda51 being a gamer himself and understanding the indie community. And I in terms of bigger name developers, I don't think they understand the indie community as closely as someone like Suda51 does.
Agreed.
He has his name has the staying power in a AAA, Hideo Kojima and Suda51. You both know who those people are, but their influences on the industry went two different directions.
So drastically different. One is like a film influence, one is a game influence.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do appreciate Suda51 because I mean, I believe Suda51 could go to any big publisher and say, give me lots of money and I'll make a game. But I think he enjoys creating with what he has.
Yeah. Limitations make for interesting stuff. So
yeah. And I think his connection with the indie community, going to all those comic-ettes and stuff like that, really tie him into
all those indie references and Travis strikes again.
Yeah. He's a man of the people.
He is. Big props to Suda.
Rules. Definitely. With that said, that's my list. There's a lot of other little games coming out, but a lot of good games got delayed, like Kenna and Gatebird. But we'll save that for next month when they release, and we'll let you know if they're a yay or nay.
We'll do yay or nay again in a couple weeks because we'll remember this time.
We'll remember. We'll try.
Yeah, we'll try. No promises.
Thank you so much for watching. And I don't know if we have any comments. I see
Todd
one
B said, we love Spencer. He's just so cool. That's true, and thank you.
Yeah. We get enough of that. Yeah, enough of that. Enough.
Keep commenting that though.
Enough of that. Johnny Graff says, I'd like to see more spin-off efforts from both Neptunia and Senron. Beach Splash is probably my favorite Senron game. So I say, keep going down that road. Racing games, tennis, fighting, whatever. I'd be down. I'd be down for a Senron tennis.
That'd be fun.
That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Senron golf. Why not?
Fuck it. I would actually play that. I'd like Mario Golf. Justin Anime says, I love how a 12-year-old bullied Azario out of the pro gamer scene before it even took off. No joke. I was very salty about that. And it was like an event that that have my standard I shouldn't have been at. Like I shouldn't have been competing at. I should have been It was like that low. I just did it to have fun and I fucking blew up in my face. Better. Yeah, I know. It makes the entire story better. Chaos Culture says, I don't know what the future of Neptunia is, but I'll be there for whatever it is. The first game on PS3 is so bad, I still don't understand how it became a franchise, but I'm glad it did. Gonna disagree on the series sucking now, though. Reverse was a pretty dumb entry. Otherwise, I think every game has some value. I thought V-Stars was great. V-Stars was the Idol one, right?
Was it?
That was the one where they went up with the like Hollow Live characters and they hung out with them on an adventure, and then they had like the streamer girls come and they had to save Streamerland. I didn't play it.
Well,
That's
now
how
you know what you got to get to.
That's how like checked out of the Neptunia series I am. Yeah, I should play it. I should play it just so I have an opinion on it.
I won't play Ace Attorney, but V Stars, yeah, that's where I'll jump in.
Well, because no one's clearly that needs more love than the Ace Attorney.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
we don't have physical releases for half the Ace Attorney games.
Okay, that's true, and I'm sorry, and I feel terrible about that. That's not fun.
Yeah.
This is a very long comment
from Lozzie.
Yeah, from Lozzie.
Basically, yeah, Lozzie rules again.
What does it say? Can you read that one?
Ha ha ha. Hashtag Team Azario. I don't know about that.
There we go.
Pronounced it right. 90% XD. It'd be the equivalent to Black Mage in Spanish. I put it on because only Lozzie was taken, I think.
That was for me pronouncing his name in the last episode. I was doing it wrong.
That's what brought me closer to the genre was my economy. On PC, niche games are not very demanding graphically. Also obvious, their music, anime, waifus, stories, characters, colors, a sum of a bit of everything. Taking exceptions, Japanese composers are much more melodic than the rest. I also think that in RPGs, I like the fights per turn better than putting a pause between each action as the Western ones try. And regarding waifus, let's put it to The Last of Us 2 versus Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think it's obvious what certain developers are aiming for with female characters, as well as the types of stories and environments they give it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I would waifu Ellie.
I still haven't played Last of Us 2, so I can't say anything. I'll get to it. It's my Ace Attorney from Azario.
Yeah. You don't have to play it. It's not a game that
I saw the internet historian play it. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a game you have to play because after I played it, I loved it, and then I just never thought about it a month later.
Yeah, that's fair.
Q says Iffy, who makes the NEP series, streams every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Yes. So they're there. They still play Idea Factory games.
Nice.
I think. Justin Anime also says Banner of the Maid was the historical French waifu game that I was trying to think of. It was Banner of the Maid.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one.
Nice, that rules.
And those the comments, please leave them below again, and any questions that you have, and we'll respond to them here.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day.
See you around.